Alright everybody, hello, this is Demon, coming back for another round of Final Fantasy XIV. So if you remember last time, we had to cut the episode off. Fortunately, here in the Crystarium, inside the Crystal Exarch's Crystal Tower. So, let's head back to where we were supposed to actually go, and go back to... what was it? Gildon? I think our character has to go to sleep. Yeah, I actually ended the episode a little bit abruptly. Do apologize, but seeing as I was over an hour in, and I don't want to cut that episode off, I was just like, I cannot justify me keep playing, because I will overdo it. Oh, no. That is right. We actually don't have to go there. People we gotta talk to are up here. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot about this. Oh, I hope my allergies don't act up. You're killing me. Oh, sinuses are itchy. I hate when you get that. You know that itch that's just like in there, in your sinus and your nose, and you just want to scratch it, but there's no plausible way to do it. This place is kind of neat. Look at the giant circle. So there more beer for table 2 and a couple of pints of mead for table 3 while you're at it. Coming right up. Sorry, we're rushed off our feet this evening, miss. Can I get you anything? Drinks are in the house. Oh, that Rocky has a twisted sense of humor. To think he sends you to me at a time like this. The real first night in near 100 years has folks all riled up and then some. What's more, there was a Meter business at Holminster Switch. They say a light warden was destroyed by a damn trace, and it was the Warrior of Darkness who did the deed. I know nothing. I must really apologize for Gilnhard. He's almost as rowdy as our customers, and that's no small feat. One of our regulars are bounty hunters, you see. They most oftenly go after Eaters, and the rumor of the warrior's appearance was the spark to their kindling. You know how the weak eaters are drawn to the strong ones, right? Aye, they swarm like angry bees around a queen. You need look no further than Holminster for proof of that, but attacks on that scale don't happen every day. Praise the blessed shadow. No, the more common threats are the strays. No one knows why, but every now and again, an eater will leave the pack to prowl alone. Those are the ones you run into on the road if your luck is foul. They're a danger to everyone, so the Settlement Council has put bounties on their heads, and our bar here is a convenient place for hunters to gather and share information. Say a few of them were inspired by the warden slaying, even more than most. These are the types who have their sights set on the absolute worst of the strays. Class eaters have been dubbed the Cardinal Virtues. Virtues showed up out of nowhere about 3 summers ago, and when historians heard the descriptions given by survivors, well, apparently they share an appearance with the villains who caused the flood. And if that doesn't send a chill down your spine, they're almost reported to be as tough as Lightborns. Not the kind of prey you can take down single-handed. Our virtue hunters had all but given up, but knowing the warriors of darkness is out there has lit a fire in their bellies just to look at them. That Hume over there with the oversized sword's grandson. He's in it for revenge, wants to recruit a comrade in arms as tenacious as he is. The Mistle lad is Lurik. Don't be fooled by his dewy cheeks. He's as hard as the hunters they come. He's lost a partner and seems to be on the lookout for a new one. Sireg, where is he? Expert magecraft to fight the virtue he's after. Last we have Yolt, Dwarf, and Drunkard both wanted to join forces with a healer and only a healer. Something about a mender's wisdom. I've seen my share of competent veterans, and you have a look about you which you should introduce yourself to one of our hunters. Who knows, together we might even collect the bounty on Cardinal Virtue. Now, there's a grand idea image. Imagine the prestige my bar would earn if boasted the patronage of a successful virtue hunter. Oh, no. Gained access to a role quest, separate quest line. Isn't that story is now available for tank, physical DPS, magical DPS, and healer roles. In order to reach the final stage of Shadowbringers' main scenario, you must complete at least one of the role quest lines, speak with Virtue Hunter at the Wandering Stairs to accept the offer. Now, many of you people may wonder. They said the people this will affect. I got my sights on Andrea. You know her? Not the easiest mark I'll make, but why are you thinking about a recruit partner? Just thinking now. We'll talk to everybody. You guys can kind of get an idea of who we're dealing with. No, none of these milksops will do. Shot. Oh, see, empty already. You folks need to rethink that one flag at a time policy of yours. And who was the last guy? It was Archer, right? Where was he at? Oh, there he is. Now, as they sat there and said, Senia Protheus, one of the damnable virtues, wanders the wastelands wreaking havoc on all who pass his baleful magics, always managed sufficient skill willing to lend old Sarek a helping hand. Now, many of you might be wondering, Demon, what are these cardinal virtues that they speak? Now, they did make mention that they are the same people who caused the flood. Well, if you remember from not for Shadowbringers, but from Heavensward, the people that who admitted to causing such a flood was Albert, and his merry crew. So the cardinal virtues are, in fact, his old buddies. So the one Mistle guy's looking for, the Mokota, I've already done that. I've already done that bit, so I can't actually show it. I'm like 99% sure I could probably redo it in this. So I might show that off in a future episode. That's what I'm thinking. Like a lot of this stuff that goes like with the archer and stuff, I'm thinking about just making like a separate section. It's just like every side, just name the damn thing. Important side stuff. Just put everything in there. At least for like the archer and then the bard and then getting into more of this bard stuff, and you guys can kind of see what it is. In theory, if I switched my character's class, I could do one of the other ones. So you get an idea. So at least from what I understand is Lyrique, him, he gets the archer lady that poisoned Alze. Sarah gets the one elven mage that they had. I think it's the dwarf. He gets the healer, the little was it Lalafell or something like that? I think that's what they're called. And then the other guy will get the their tank. Guy with the crazy like looking face every time he fought us. Sometimes like those are pretty much the ones you fight. Because Albert's the only one that didn't get converted. I hate conversion. Welcome back, niece. I wonder if anyone can sleep in the city in such uproar, but you will be retiring to your quarters. Very good. In light of the present situation, I have illumination prepared for all our rooms. No need to rush to the markets for lanterns or candles. Have a pleasant restness. Yay, my character gets to go to sleep in darkness. I miss the darkness. Born in the darkness. Born in it. Thrive in it. Stupidity in it. Yeah, I got to stand in front of a window and open it. That's not how windows work. It really would have been that hard to just add an animation with your characters pushing their one hand there. Like, at least that'd be acceptable. Still looks stupid, but at least it's acceptable.
So it's your lot's turn to be the warriors of darkness, is it? It's funny how things work out.
It's funny how things work out, but the funnier thing is the fact that we're the good guys and you weren't. I feel really sorry for you. These are my private quarters. Been watching, have you? I don't want to be a dick to Harvard.
Well, I did warn you. I followed you to Yulmore and then on to Armarang. And I was there when you slew the Light Warden.
He's our new friend.
Those white-haired twins who were with you. I remember them from our battle in the Source. Are they your friends then? Through thick and thin?
Hell yeah, brother.
then I suggest you keep them close. It's when you charge ahead trying to save someone else that you end up losing those you love. Not that you need telling, I'll bet you've lost plenty. But I wonder, what will it cost you this time?
Okay, before we finish, I think I made mention before. Look how bloody that axe is. Jesus, that's a lot of red.
I don't remember when it was that I learned regret wasn't worth the bother. You get numb to it all over the years. The lost comrades, the broken promises, the abandoned principles. Just more nagging burdens to ignore.
So this is what the light was hiding.
Yeah, it's hiding God.
She's here. I must go to her.
Okay. Meanwhile, inside an Imperial Magitech facility in the Source.
Intruders! Fan out and find them!
I recognize this crazy bastard.
Out of my way!
I recognize her.
Stay your weapon. We are not your enemy. When the alarm sounded, I wondered what we had done to betray our presence. But I see now we are not the only intruders. Sir Estinian, I presume. The dragoon who plucked the Warrior of Light from the jaws of death? Your armor is most distinct.
Much as yours once was. But even without it, I see a former legator still has eyes and ears in unexpected places. Van Baelsar, in the flesh. Though I understand you prefer Shadow Hunter.
You are in contact with the Scions, I take it.
Through no choice of my own. They tracked me down and conscripted me to their cause.
Speak Harley, because you're the only one that can kick everybody's ass.
I swear their receptionist was trained as a spy. Not that anyone can escape that Baldessian woman once she has caught the scent of Eorzea.
If they have resorted to using freelancers, I must assume their attempts to wake the afflicted have failed. And what of their champion?
Away on other business. Thus, it has fallen to me to root out any trace of the Empire's new weapon.
If it is Black Rose you seek, you are too late. My people have already completed your mission here. Yet this is but one factory among many. When they caught wind of our efforts, they built additional facilities to ensure production continues unabated. There will be no one left in the lands they conquer. No citizens to conscript. No skills to exploit. Nothing the Empire needs. And they will call it victory.
What exactly does this Black Rose do?
The gas is described as a poison, but its actual effect is more arcane in nature. It was created to disrupt the ether in living beings. to bring the flow of their life energies to a standstill. Inhaling even the tiniest amount will cause all bodily functions to cease, much as a potent venom will stop a man's heart. Released over a city, Black Rose could conceivably kill every inhabitant, and all without damaging a single structure.
Search every corner! Rouse the barracks if you have to! I want this vicinity secured!
I have more questions, but now is not the time.
Sir Estinian, I have an offer for you, but I will make it only once. Since it would seem we seek the same answers, you are welcome to join us.
Ha! From what I hear, you need all the help you can get. In case you don't know, Varys himself confessed that your empire was a creation of the Ascians.
I am aware of what his Radiance said at the parley. Thus I would return to the capital, that I might behold the truth of this corruption with my own eyes. My path leads to Garlemald.
I want to go to Garlemald. How come I don't get to go to Garlemald? Oh, my character doesn't wake up from this time. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, we can do. Begging your pardons, miss, but you perchance intend to head outside. If so, I strongly advise you to stay far away from, not to stray too far from the Castarium. Word has it Eulmore has dispatched its military to Lakeland. During timing, no one can assume they do not welcome the return of night. Even now, the Exarchus and Yocular deliberating a response. Fun stuff. I always keep looking at this outfit. Now I feel like changing it again. I don't know why. Maybe next episode. I'll change it off screen. I don't know. I got a new outfit. Now I'm having fun. Also, I discovered a quick get-rich-quick scheme, and I didn't realize it existed. All I gotta say is, I made over 1 million gil. That was a great time. Million gil instant. Amazing. Actually, I got it within like 4 hours. That was the greatest. That was a good 4 hours.
You are come at a good time. As you may have heard, we have something of a quandary on our hands. Laxon Loft here in Lakeland. Eulmore has sent one of its airships. They have questions for us concerning the death of the Light Warden. Their emissary makes his way here even as we speak.
I suppose the sky does rather give the game away.
Indeed. 'Twas inevitable they would come knocking. The only question was how soon.
Immediately.
My lord, I am come with the Eulmoran emissary. May I show him in?
A moment, Captain, if you would.
Neat.
Everyone, gather round. I do not wish to show our hand prematurely. Forgive me this liberty. Vanish.
Neat.
Enter.
My god, it's
Well,
Jackie
well,
Chan.
the commander of the Yulmoran army himself. To what do I owe the honor, General
Ranjit. Yeah, sorry. Oh my god, it's Jackie Chan if he's older. I miss Jackie Chan.
The Light Warden is dead, Exarch. Were your people responsible?
Never.
You are clearly in some haste, my lord. But before I address your question, you must allow me one of my own. What is Yulmore's interest in this?
His benevolence, Lord Vorthri, is gravely concerned that the actions of an ignorant few may jeopardize relations between man and Sin Eater. Should it transpire that the Crystarium is guilty of abetting the villains responsible for this outrage, my lord has decreed that it suffer the same retribution.
I see. Since you have been so candid, I too shall speak my mind. Regardless of who is responsible, the Crystarium rejoices in the Light Warden's death and welcomes the return of the night sky. If Yulmore considers this tantamount to aiding those you term villains, then by all means, carry out your retribution. Know, however, that even should every innocent soul in the Crystarium perish, nothing can stop that which has been set in motion.
Clever man.
Folly. The death of one or 1,000,000 Sin Eaters changes nothing. The world is dead, and writhe as we might, like maggots in its rotting course, it will not be reborn. Only by my master's grace may we live out our days in peace. But I waste my breath. You have made your stance clear. I shall relay your words to Lord Vorthri. In the meantime, you would do well to counsel any here who have done more than merely rejoice in recent events, to throw themselves upon Yulmore's mercy, promptly. One last matter. We are searching for a young artist and his assistant. Know you of whom I speak?
An artist and his assistant, no. I cannot say I do.
What a pity. Should they reveal themselves to you, I bid you hand them over at once. My master is most eager to see them again.
Am I imagining things, or did he just stare straight at us?
I think he's an old crazy bastard. Strong crazy bastard.
The General is not a man to be trifled with. He is a warrior of fearsome repute who has led Yulmore's army since before Vorthri's time, when the nation still spearheaded the fight against the Sin Eaters. One does not command the world's mightiest army, and for so long, without possessing exceptional instincts.
If Yulmore chose to send such an individual, we must assume this talk of retribution is more than an idle threat. While we are grateful for your support, my lord, we cannot in good conscience put your people in harm's way.
'Tis noble of you to say, Master Alphino, but my people have been in harm's way since long before you arrived. Yulmore has ever yearned to rule over what remains of the world. Even should we surrender the Warrior of Darkness to them, they would find some other pretext upon which to invade. The people of the Crystarium know this only too well, which is why, when the time comes, I am certain they will fight to the last man. If truth be told, I would not have been surprised had Ranjit declared war here and now.
He may have reason to delay. According to reports, the Yulmoran forces at Laxan Loft were observed taking a prisoner. A young woman believed to be none other than the Oracle of Light, Minfilia. It may be that General Ranjit wishes to convey her to Yulmor before commencing hostilities. Having mentored generations of Minfilias, it would not surprise me if he had made her capture his chief concern.
Generations? Wait, is this the Minfilia? I'm more in line of saying sorry, generations.
Ah, of course. How remiss of me. I had intended to speak to you of Minfilia. There is, however, much to say, and precious little time in which to say it. I think it best that you seek out Maren at the Cabinet of Curiosity. He'll be able to enlighten you. Alphino, Alize, would you care to accompany your friend? You doubtless have insights of your own to offer on the matter.
All right, though I'm still not sure I understand it all myself.
In the meantime, I will set about making provisions for war.
I just have this inner feeling. I'm hearing the word generation, so that's worrisome. Feeling has indeed been captured. Dare say we see another familiar face anon. First things first, pray seek out more at the Cabinet of Curiosity. Continue watch the Elmorans. Oh, that was a bad one. Man, it's so freaking weird. It's like only 7:55. It feels like it's 10 o'clock to me. Although I think around 9:30 I do have to get off. So I don't know how long I'll make the episode. I have to go to a dentist appointment. That's going to be fun. Got to get a cleaning done. I love cleanings. I'm just hoping I don't have anything. I think I did a pretty damn good job getting pop out of my diet for the most part. Still drink a pop once in a while, but I think I did pretty damn good. I got it out of my diet. I haven't drank too much Coke, Pepsi, or anything for a while. I drink maybe 1 or 2 a week. As much as I want to drink 10, or the whole 12 pack. Restricting myself. Feel good about it. Besides, I replaced my caffeine addiction with coffee, so I guess that's a positive. I mean, it's a net loss, but still, it's a gain. Whatever you think Morin's going to tell you about Minfilia, it won't be what you're expecting. Just trust me. There's an age since we last bade Minfilia farewell. Let's see, it was part 4. We're now Shadowbringers part 1. Oh yeah. Yes, that book contained the Warrior of Darkness. Afraid most are on loan at present. They're experiencing quite a surge in popularity. Ah, you wish to learn about the Oracle of Light? Then it would be my pleasure to assist. After I have finished off some few outstanding tasks, that is, while I attend to them, perhaps you can fetch me a book. The Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light, it's called. Though it's intended for a younger reader, it provides an excellent summary of the subject's matter, and the artwork is, pretty damn good, blah 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 blah. But you must see for yourself. The book should be located on the level below. Should I say, for a while there was a place for everything here. Not everything is always in its place. Despite my best efforts, in short, if the book is not where it should be, it almost certainly should be somewhere it shouldn't. So, good luck. This sounds like one of the guys that, like, goes out of his way and, like, tries to make everything alphabetical. And then some dickhead comes in and just makes it not out and just just goes, no, this does not belong here. Just yeets it. Shadows being the blood, they finally found the rest of the copy of the illustrated tale, The Oracle of Light. Yay. That's the book, is it? Da 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 da. Where's Alpha now on all those? Is he on this floor? Oh, there he is. Ah, you found it, did you? What is this thing? I've never figured these things out. Like, what are these supposed to be? How do you do this? I don't know if it's supposed to be like a picture thingy or like you found something. I've never actually figured that one out. Found the book. Oh, yes, this is the one. I hope it wasn't too difficult to track down. I'm happy to say I finished all my present tasks. If you call on your friends over, we can begin learning at once. Without further ado, then. Began 100 years ago when the flood of light threatened to swallow Norvant. Just as it seemed lost, a savior appeared who halted the all-consuming radiance, irradiating with her hair spun of gold and eyes of clear sapphire. Naught was known about her, save that her name was Minfilia. For delivering a realm, she came to be revered as the Oracle of Light. After stopping the flood, the mysterious maiden vanished without a trace. But 15 years later, her name would unexpectedly reappear in the annals of history. When seniors laid ruin to the kingdom of Obert, a young girl was discovered who was immune to the creature's blighted touch. One with the hair spun gold and eyes of clear as sapphire, she was hailed as the Oracle Reborn and came to be likewise called Minfilia. Enlisting the Umoran army, this Minfilia fought and vanquished countless sin-eaters. Alas, like so many other soldiers, she eventually met her end in battle. Yet with her dying breath, she whispered unto her grieving comrades, Minfilia will return. And true to her word, some years later, another girl was discovered who possessed the self-same eyes, that self-same hair, and those self-same powers. She too took the name Minfilia. She too fought sin-eaters as a soldier of Eorzean, and she too fell in battle. Many more were to follow in her footsteps, and so the cycle continues to this day. And that concludes the tale. By their valor and sacrifice, these women have saved Norvant on numerous occasions. And were it not for them, we might never have learned of the Light Wardens and their nature. They sound like formidable warriors. Some perhaps. The truth is rather less simple. Though the Oracle is reborn with certain common traits, she does not inherit the memories or knowledge of her previous incarnations. All the Minfilias thus far were discovered as ordinary girls, unversed in the ways of war and ignorant of the power they harbored. While some embraced their fate and devoted themselves to training, others did not, but all were made to face the sin-eaters, and all died to keep our hopes alive. What can you tell us of the current Minfilia? She was found by Eorzeans 10 years ago and taken into their care, rather their custody. She was a prisoner in all but name, for by that time, under Lord Valtry's rule, Eorzean had already abandoned resistance in favor of decadence. Minfilia was uncomfortable, reminder of the war they no longer wished to fight, a potential threat to peace, so they kept her under lock and key. Bastards. All the while we heard nothing more of her. Couldn't even be certain she was alive, save that it was in Eorzean's best interest for her to remain under their control. But then, 3 years ago, a gallant soul stole into the city and rescued her from their clutches, just like a hero from the tales. Indeed, well, I believe we now have a good grasp of Minfilia's tales. Thank you for your time, Mora. Might I trouble you for a word, Hydaelyn, outside? Yes. Very much troubled. Now that's strange. Although I will be cutting the episode off. It's a really weird revelation to learn. So this Minfilia is not the same Minfilia that we know. should be a younger girl who doesn't really know much of anything. So she may not even remember any of her past. It's also really strange because you can kind of get an idea where like Filia came probably right around the time the flood was about to engulf it, as they sit there and say. So when she left with the Warriors of Darkness. So who knows what happened to them all at that time? We'll probably learn more in the future. But as far as like you can sit there and see, is Arbo's the only survivor out of that group, and even then he's not necessarily in his body, which makes it really strange. But besides that, Minfilia, it seems to have gotten weaker. It may have passed away. Sometime later, a new girl comes out, and it seems like she was willing to fight. She was ready to go. But I think as we got told from above, not everyone's a fighter. Some were thrown at these Sin Eaters because they were told that they can do it. Now, do I agree with that? Not really. I think Eorzeans might have. They were on an iffy slope. It's like, yeah, you're fighting it tooth and nail to your dying breath, but you're throwing a bunch of girls that probably don't have any idea what the hell is going on, and you're sacrificing them to die repeatedly, again and again and again. And now the ones that wish to fight, I mean, different story. If that's their choice, I have no problem with that. If they die in battle, that's the risk you take. I just hope that we don't find out there were several that chose not to fight, which at least that's the idea that we're getting told, and they were forced to fight. Because it sounds like they just sacrificed them at that point, which is pretty sad. Which I don't know. At least from what it seems, it seems like each one has their own free will and they can make a decision on their own. Which makes it really questionable because it's like how much influence has our Minfilia had on these ones. So, strange stuff, weird stuff, cool stuff. I like stuff. That's cool. I like that coloring book. That coloring book is really cool. Not gonna lie, it honestly looked like somebody just colored in the damn page. Just a crayon. I love crayons. They're fun to eat. So, that everybody, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. We come back, ladies and gents. More Final Fantasy XIV, and we'll be talking to Alphino and Isaac outside those doors. I'll be sure to see you guys next time. Thanks.